Hi there, my name is Steve, this is TQA Weekly, and today's question, how do I use a green screen with OBS Studio? We're going to be focusing only on the green screen filter today, but let's go through some of the details you need to worry about before. So in order to get OBS Studio, you go to obsproject.com and download for free. The current version is 24, the one I am working with. Then you install it. Now let's talk about green screen, your webcam, and yourself. You need to understand lighting, the image sensor of a webcam or any camera, and how it relates to you. Your camera has a very specific frame rate that it's capable of achieving, and that's the maximum. You can only achieve the maximum frame rate of your camera if you're lit up correctly. And the same rule will apply to your green screen. It needs to be lit up correctly. So a green screen, in order to be easy to edit for, needs to be lit evenly. So as much as possible, be the same green throughout the entire image. This is why some places use 2, 3, 4, or even more lights. You can get away with 2 lights, but that is the absolute minimum that you need, because you need to deal with the gradient of light that will end up occurring if you don't have enough lighting. So the better you light up your green screen, the better. So you need light to show up behind you, lighting up your green screen correctly. You also need to be lit up correctly. Ignore all those ideas of making a horror stream with a green screen. It simply won't work the way that you think it will. So light yourself up correctly, and you can add effects later to make it look like you're in the dark. So once you have your lighting dialed in correctly, all the lights that you need, the green screen also having as few creases as possible in it, you need to open up Studio and make sure that you have a scene already created, because we won't be talking about that today. Then you also need to make sure that you have a source created, which you can create. Webcams are under video capture device. So you click plus and then video capture device, select your webcam. And then where we will be talking is under sources for your webcam, you will right click and select filter, which will bring us to this screen right here. But I want you to also open up the properties to your webcam, because this will be even more important. So there are a lot of automatic settings that you can have with webcams. I want you to disable them because they are quite a bit useless. So disable bright light and make sure that you're exposed well enough. For green screens to work as well as possible, you also need to make sure that your gain is as low as possible. What ends up happening is if you increase the gain too high, you'll end up with some pretty significant pixelation. You know, kind of like using a film grain that is too excessive. So the lower the gain, the better. So you need good enough exposure with low enough gain, sufficient brightness and contrast. White balance is a must if you want to look natural, and obviously color intensity, don't play too much with it. You still want to look real. Now, once you've got these settings dialed in, at least relatively, you can go under the effects filters, click the plus, and select Chroma Key. This is what it looks like when I don't have my Chroma Key filter enabled. You see that? In order to get it to look correctly, you have to dial in similarity. So this is why having the green screen lit up evenly as possible is important, because the more even it is, the lower the similarity has to be. Smoothness is the same thing. The closer it is, the smoother the image can be, the lower that dial can be. And color spill reduction, making sure that you are as different from the background as possible, which means don't wear the same color as you have background. So as long as you remember those 3 details, you should be fine, and it should be pretty close to perfect. It will never be 100% perfect, but you can always tweak it as much as you want. So what you're going to be looking at is dialing in similarity, smoothness, and key color spill reduction while maintaining enough exposure in your webcam software while lowering the gain as far as you can to make sure that the image looks clean. And that's all you really need to worry about to get your webcams image to be good enough for a green screen to work. And of course, make sure you light yourself up as much as possible. You can always add an effect to make yourself look like you're in a dark room after. And this is for anybody who wants to do streaming for Twitch, podcasts, or tutorials. Have fun with this. Like this tutorial if you like it, dislike it if you didn't, share with those who think can benefit from this, and don't forget to subscribe. And of course, click the notification bell to get notifications in the future, as well as clicking join to be a member of this channel and be part of our private monthly live streams. Now, if you want to send me an email with your questions, comments, suggestions for topics, send it to ask@tqaweekly.com or go to my website, tqaweekly.com, where you can do other things such as see the show notes to this episode or use the contact form to email me directly. And if you want to watch me on Twitch, go to twitch.tv/ZDAXIS1981, link down in the description down below. And I normally play it on Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.